Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video in this Club America Career Mode series. I believe this is episode 6, so pretty interesting stuff. Before we kick things off with the league, I'm just going to show you guys the league table right away. It's us on first place, 25 points in total, only drawn 1 and lost 1. So we actually have pretty good form. Of course, Tigres right behind us, looking to make amends for their, I wouldn't say poor start, but for their lack of first place start. So we're gonna kick things off, and our first game for this video is gonna be against Pachuca. So there you guys can see the ball being picked up by the officials. It should be a very interesting match. There you guys can see they are 6th place right now. There's the league table again, and if we really wanna cement ourselves as the favorites, which I think we've been doing so far so good, we're definitely have to win this game. And you know, the lineup's definitely gonna be the same. I didn't tweak anything. It's everyone that we know and love. Actually, no, wait, excuse me, I forgot. This is the one I did for me. Did switch. So some of the players were a bit tired, so I switched to with a line at the back. So now I'm playing with a 5, and then you guys can see on your screens the player that's debuting, the Real Madrid fullback. He's going to be playing at right back, giving Pablo Aguilar a little bit of a break. So we're going to be playing with a 5 at the back formation, 3 center backs, 2 fullbacks, and we're going to have in the midfield it was Jovinko as well as Renato Ibarra, with William da Silva, and up top, of course, Silva Romero and Oribe Peralta. So there you guys can see right there, we wanted to start things off right away really good, but it was Pachuca who kind of took their first opportunity, and you know, they hit the post, and it was actually a really good opportunity for them to go in front. But then we're going to move on here, 12th minute of the match. Jovinko's going to get inside, cut in, gives the ball back to Oribe Peralta, ball ricochets off the goalkeeper, off the defender, ends up in no man's land, and Oribe Peralta is there to tap it home and away. And there you guys can see right there, Conejo Perez not too happy about what just happened. There you guys can see just ricocheted everywhere. Landed perfectly for El Cepillo Peralta to put the ball into the back of the net. And it is his 4th goal of the Liga MX, which means that now we're up 1-0 against a very, very good Pachuca side. Of course, this is not the Pachuca side that we know right now. Irvin Lozano is still there. You know, they have some great amount of talent. So it was important for us to really dominate this game from the beginning. But it was a little bit hard to do so because Pachuca, of course, they're at home and they have such an immense talent. There you guys can see Jara pulled that shot back, and then, you know, if it wasn't for Marchesín, it would have been a goal for them. So we're pretty pleased with the way we started things. And there you guys can see a little dirty foul right there. Oribe Peralta was designated to take this, but I thought, you know what, we'll just give it to Cecilio Dominguez. We're going to try to place it into the back right there for someone to get to it. Very poor delivery, but then look, Miguel Zamudio coming in and taking the opportunity. What a player he's been. And for those of you who have urged me to sell Zamudio, well, I think he's responding to the critics, and you know, while he may not be the player that he's supposed to be in real life, in this game, he has 2 goals for us this season, and he's been absolutely amazing down that left hand side. For a fullback, he's doing absolutely amazing, and especially in a league like this, you know, you're gonna need someone pacey, and you know, he absolutely fits the bill. But there you guys can see right there, Pachuca trying to respond right back right away, but Marchesín, of course, standing sturdy and firm. And then an opportunity again for Pachuca to get something out of this corner kick. Well, can we get that ball away? This was, you know, one of those games where you kind of have to get your defending right, because if you don't, things like this can happen. And I do not know how the Pachuca player missed that one. Great opportunity on the platter for him, and you know, kind of doesn't go for him, unfortunately. And then another opportunity here for Pachuca moving into the second half, 70th minute. Not a lot happened through then and now, and you know, their header goes a bit too close to Marchesín. And then we're gonna get an opportunity from Chino Romero to do an absolutely amazing job to get away from his defenders, get inside that little space and get the shot away against Conejo Perez. But the ball goes a little bit too wide. At this point of the match, I had made a couple of substitutions, and I thought to myself, we have a 2-0 lead. Let's take this. Let's not really push forward so much. So We tried to do our best to clear the ball, and Pachuca did in the end have a little bit more ball possession than us, but it didn't really matter because in the end, as you guys can see, we're running down the clock, and this team played very well. So it wasn't all the complete starters. We're missing a couple of players in the midfield, but in the end, we do get all 3 points, and you guys can see Pachuca had a much more amount of the possession and opportunities. But we came and we played our game exactly how we wanted to do. And now we do have a game just 2 days after that Pachuca game. And, I should have prepared for this a little bit better. I didn't. So there you guys can see the lineup. We're going to use the likes of Pimentel, Buron, Rosell, Marin. So we're going to use a lot of inexperienced players in these positions that, let's say, really don't suit them as so much. Rosell is more of a center midfielder or plays on the right than on the left hand side, and Gilberton, of course, we know he's a right back, using him as a left back. So this was a very experimental team, and we had the likes of Giovanni Santos leading the line. So I thought to myself, we have Renato Ibarra, so I think the team should do pretty well. It's against Necaxa, not to take anything away from them. They're a good team, and they're gonna demonstrate to us why they're such a good team in this game as well. Because it's moments like this. Gilberton, experienced the fact that he can't clear the ball, and look at this opportunity. A great shot by Necaxa, putting themselves ahead only 6 minutes into the match. So that was quite a concern for me because Gilberton doesn't his passing doesn't go through, and it's everything that kind of builds up to that, and we give away a premature goal, and now Necaxa have the lead, and and now it's a hill to climb with a amount of players that maybe aren't best suited for this opportunity. So there you guys can see Marin's gonna give the ball out wide to Rosell. Rosell's gonna take the shot, goes way too wide, and maybe if we had Cecilio Dominguez in there, we could have seen a different outcome. But it was my choice to give these players the go ahead, to give them the green light, and to rest some of our more key players for this match. And whether or not that was the right decision, I guess we'll have to wait and see. So 38th minute of the match, I'm gonna show you guys the substitution because Giovanni Dos Santos does end up getting a bit of a knock. So it's quite frustrating because now you're at a point where you're losing one of your best players in the fact that he's the one that's going to lead the line. He's going to be able to take shots, take on players, and now unfortunately he gets injured, gets a little knock. I didn't want to risk him any longer, so I told him, okay, we're going to sit you down, we're going to push William up top, and we're going to move Molina back in to this midfielder, and let's see how this does for us. And it doesn't do so well for us. Moving into the second half, 55th minute of the match, an absolutely golazo from Necaxa. Here you guys can see the ball worked around very beautifully. The pass, the shot was executed to perfection. Marchesín a bit off his line, but what could have the goalkeeper done even if he was on there? Just up all the way to the corner. And Necaxa were definitely giving us a taste of our own medicine. Now we were down 2-0 just after a couple of days beating Pachuca 2-0. It's quite interesting, and it's quite weird that this team was just not able to perform. We weren't really able to give anything. In the end, Necaxa was the one who played the best game. They had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and to be thankful of Marchesín and their poor finishing as shown on display here, it was only 2-0. It could have been something way along the line of 4-0, and they had their opportunities. We just weren't smart with the way we handled everything. There you guys can see our defense was absolutely everywhere. No one knew what they were doing. Everyone that had the opportunity to clear the ball just decided to not do it properly, and in the end that's why we lost. We just weren't composed enough. We didn't have anywhere near the synergy that the first team has, and it shows me that we lack a little bit of squad depth in the fact that maybe we need to bring in a couple of players, maybe not a couple of superstars, maybe a couple of B team starters that can definitely come in and do the job. Because look at the team that I had to put out today, and the fact that they weren't able to get the job done against a Necaxa side, well, that kind of speaks to you and says, what, we should do better. But Necaxa get all 3 points. They end up moving up to 6th place. I don't know if you guys saw right there on your screen. And while we're advancing, Wales want me to be their manager. Not gonna say no. If for whatever reason Mexico do come knocking along the door, maybe we'll accept it. That could add a little bit more flavor to the career mode. But if not, we'll see what happens. So here you guys can see this is the team we're going with, the actual team that we usually always play with. Everyone's rested, everyone's ready to go. Even Joanny Santos, I believe, is ready to be on the bench because his injury was about for 3 weeks, and it's been about 2.5, 2.25 maybe. So here you guys can see this one was gonna be interesting because Tigres was right on top of us, right below us, catching up. We were literally on the same amount of points, so if we wanted to keep first place, this game was going to be important for us to win, because a draw, well, it would have been suitable, but a win would have definitely cemented the fact that, Tigres might not be able to get the opportunity to go ahead and above us. But there you guys can see, focusing on this game, that one doing an absolutely amazing job to take an amazing shot. And then look at this ball from Chino Romero, an opportunity for William Da Silva to put the ball in the back of the net, but unfortunately the way he's running, the way, the speed, the ball, everything, he just tries to tap it in, and unfortunately for him, the ball goes just wide of the mark. And then right here you guys can see 20th minute of the match, an opportunity for Güemes, actually, or was it Molina? I think it was Molina, to actually get the ball into the back of the net after a ricochet of everything going around inside the box, and it was very, very well parried away by Hugo Gonzalez. And then here you guys can see Pablo Aguilar back to his old ways, giving away a premature foul in the second half. And then an opportunity for Monterrey here, right there. You guys can see Dalon Papon gets a shot away, but then it's Pato Sanchez who takes the shot, and Marchesín does ever so well to just capture the ball. And then I thought to myself, okay, we're down to 10 men. We do need to get the points. We do need to get a good result here. So I thought to myself, okay, what is the best way to do so? And I thought, okay, I'm definitely gonna try to get a back at the back three formation, only because in that way I don't lose a lot of stuff going on. But then look what happens here, right here in the mix of everything. An absolutely great opportunity for them to get a goal, but I mean the ball just ricochets everywhere, from Marchesín to my defender to their offensive player to then back to their player. So luckily for us, they do call offsides on that, and we do get a breath of fresh air. But it was one of those crazy moments that, just the ball's ping-ponging all over the place. You don't really know where the ball's going to end up going. So, lucky for us, it was in our favor that it didn't go in. And then a great opportunity created by Giovanni Dos Santos. And then a beautiful finish by Chino Romero. Absolutely amazing. And we get the goal that we wanted. We get the goal that we need. And the finish, absolutely amazing. Not really easy to do so, because you have a defender, you have the goalkeeper rushing back in, your angle's a little bit tight, but Chino Romero is stepping up to the plate, and again, 8 goals in the Liga. He's our top goal scorer, 4 above Oriol Peralta. He is definitely the better striker in this game. The question is, do we keep him for another season? Do we sell him? What is the case that we're going to do with Silvio Romero? He's been absolutely amazing for us in the game. In real life, he might not be doing so well, but in the game itself, he is proven to be a deadly striker. So what do we do? Let me know in the comment section down below. What should we do with Chino Romero? And then Monterrey get an opportunity here right away. They press and they push, and then look at this goal. Oh my word. This has to be one of the luckiest, most stupidest goal I have ever conceded in my entire life. Look at this. Ball absolutely gets scuffed by the player that hits it, just absolutely goes over because of the bounce. Marchesín, never any doubt that he's gonna put his hands up, and he doesn't do anything to try to attempt to save that ball. And then of course the defender doesn't get there in time. I was furious because we just had gotten the lead, and then for us to give away something like that, it was just frustrating. But we have Jovinko with us, and then Jovinko did absolutely amazing to do an absolutely great opportunity there. I don't know why I didn't shoot. I thought about passing it back. I should have shot it now, thinking about it. And then there you guys can see, right at the stroke of the end of the game, Pato Sanchez takes an amazing shot that goes wide, and the game ends up being 1-1, and that would do it for us so far. It was an enticing game. It was a very interesting game. You guys can see Jovinko probably not the happiest, talking to a couple of players. Some of them didn't really perform to the task, but Silvio Romero came in, and he did what he wanted. He did what he had to do. So now, it's time to recollect ourselves. I'm gonna show you guys pretty soon right now who is our next opponents. and we're gonna see who we're coming up against. And the next 3 matches, well, they're gonna be absolutely crucial. I think we're down to the last 5 matches of the Liga MX, and in order to progress and do well, we're gonna have to do something pretty spectacular to just finish this campaign on a high note, because we're pretty clear from some teams. I'm gonna show you guys the league table. Look, Tigres hasn't played their game. We're 1 point ahead of them. We're gonna have to hope that they either lose or they draw. But if they win, we still have a game to play against them. There you guys can see everything. We're 3 points behind. We're 6 points ahead of Morelia. And this fight for the last 8 spots for the Liguilla, it's gonna be really interesting. So here are the teams for the next match. It's gonna be León, Tigres, Toluca, and then we're gonna finish off the following episode after that with Tijuana, Pumas, and then we're going to see who we get in the Liguilla. At this point, I'm not worried about making the Liguilla. We've definitely shown that we're going to make it. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think what do you guys think about the series so far? Are you guys enjoying it? Are you guys liking it? What do you guys think of the upcoming games? It should be an interesting match. We have León, never easy. Tigres, of course, the top team to beat. And Toluca, of course, not an easy team. But until next time, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And until next time, take care.